Hey guys, so today's tutorial is going to be a rose gold smoky eye. We'll get right into it. I'm going to start by priming my eyelid with this Pro Conceal. Just a little layer, a light layer on the eyelid just to really help the eyeshadow that I'm going to apply blend and stick all day. And just pat this in with your fingers. Just make sure it's nice and even throughout your eyelid. The next step I'm going to do is the lightest color that I'll be applying, I apply first just because it really helps to make sure it stands out. So I'm going to be using this light color as my base, and it's just part of this e.l.f. contour palette. I use a big brush like this to apply it, and I just get a bunch of shadow on the brush and sweep it over my eye. Should look something like that. The next color that I'm going to apply is a transition color, so it's going to be a darker brown color. I'm going to be using a color like this one here. I'm using no-name palettes, especially just because I know it's really hard when you're watching a tutorial and it's all of these brand name, super expensive palettes, and you don't have anything like that. So I'm just going to be using a really general color system. If you have something that is similar to the color I'm showing you, go for it. So this transition color here, I'm going to put on a brush like this, and I'm really going to sweep this through the crease of my eye, focusing on the crease and the outer corners here. And don't worry about the shadow falling out, like down here. I'll show you how to sweep that off a little bit later. So you're really going to want to focus on blending this color so it's not just like a harsh line. Like if I left it like that, I would look crazy. So just blend it until it is pretty even. It should look something like that. I'm going to do the same thing for the other eye. And don't worry about it looking perfect, especially right away, because I'm going to go in with so many other colors and brushes that anything that seems kind of crazy looking now will be either blended in or another color can be added to it to kind of help everything look as smooth as possible. It should look something like that. The next color that I'm going to go in with is this darker pink. It's kind of a pinky orange, and I'm going to apply this with a brush that looks like this. And I'm going to sweep this in starting from right where this dark color ends at the corner of your eye inward. I wouldn't get it all the way to your tear duct, maybe about halfway over your eyelid. Just kind of pat this on. For right now, I really want to make sure it stands out, so I don't want to completely blend it all in. Same thing for the other eye. To look something like that. Then taking a clean brush that looks like this, it's really loose bristles, I'm going to go in and blend that pink with that brown color that we applied first. I really focus on blending it through the crease here more than the actual eyelid. Once you feel that that is blended out, I'm going to go in with a higher pigmented pink color. I'm going to use my e.l.f. blush palette, and I'm going to use this color right here. It's a really pretty light pink, and I'm going to go in with a brush like this. And this is a brush with really short, tight bristles, and the reason I'm going to use a brush like that is to really make sure that the shadow is really concentrated in the area that I want it. When you use those big fluffier brushes, it kind of moves it around, so it's better for the full surface area, but this, I really want to stay where I'm putting it. So I'm going to apply this from the middle almost all the way to the tear duct and outward, and then we're going to go through and blend that in. You can apply this all the way up your lid, right on top of that brown color. Don't worry, we're going to blend it anyway. And I wouldn't recommend pulling it all the way to here just because you will start looking like you have a black eye instead of eye makeup on. We want to avoid that for sure. I'm just kind of patting it on my whole eyelid. Should look something like that. And then using that transition brush again, when it looks like this, we're going to blend all of that together again. Mostly focusing on blending it into this transition color. Now we're going to go in with a brush that looks like this with a darker color. I'm going to use a dark plum color. It will probably look black on camera. It's really dark. It's a color that looks like this. And I'm going to apply this along my top lash line with this brush, and then we're going to go through and buff it out. I am applying liquid eyeliner before the look is finished, so again, if it's not perfect, don't worry about it. I'm sure it will all blend in how it's supposed to. This just really helps to accentuate your eye and make everything really stand out, especially if you have brown eyes, really makes them pop. If you have blue or green eyes, we'll do the same. But I'm working with brown eyes, so I'm always trying to find ways to be creative. Should look something like that. I'm going to take a brush that looks like this and buff that upward. I would use gentle but direct strokes to do this. You don't want to drag it all the way up your eyelid, you just want to buff that color out. And then any little mess-ups that you had will blend right in. And next, I like to go through and put some pretty color on my waterline. So to do that, I'm actually going to mix this dark brown that we had used and a really pigmented red color. So I'm going to use this color here. I'm going to mix the two colors together and kind of make it like a cranberry, a dark cranberry on my lower lid. Like I was saying earlier, don't worry if there's a lot of powder fallout. There are remedies to fix that. I came to the start of the video with my full face of makeup done, so don't worry, it's not anything to worry about. You will be able to fix it. Once you've applied that, it's a little darker than I like, so I'm going to take a clean brush, the same type of brush, and put a little red on top of it. There we go. Make it more like that cranberry color I was thinking. For the very last step to this, I like to go in with a really pretty feminine light color right towards the inner corner. So I'm going to use a color like this. It's a really light pink with a little bit of sparkle. I'm going to apply it with a brush that we used this brush before. I'm going to apply it with a brush like this. I keep a towel nearby as I do this to kind of wipe the brushes off on. That way they're at least semi-clean and they're not too tainted. So with this, I'm going to start at the very inner corner and work my way out with it. It gives you like that starburst of a little bit of sparkle. Really makes your eye pop. Kind of apply it up and down right around your tear duct. Voila. So it's up to you if you wanted to put liquid liner on or if you wanted to just go ahead and apply mascara or false lashes from here. Either way, it would look really great. I'm going to apply some liquid liner. This is the liner I've been using. This is a great liquid liner. It's like $2.99 at Ulta. The little brush is super pointy, and it holds a lot of the product on there, so it makes it really easy. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this and finish up this look. And same thing for the other eye. The cat eyes are simpler than you think. The thing that I tell myself the whole time I'm doing them is if I mess up, it's okay. I can just wipe it off and start over. It's not the end of the world. So I just try to go slow and use the light hand. So I don't have to redo the whole eye, but if I have to, oh well, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I always also think to myself, just like eyebrows, the cat eyes are sisters, not twins. They're probably not going to look exactly alike, but you can definitely try to perfect your technique to get them as close to the same as possible. And the final step is a little bit of mascara, and as you have seen if you've watched my other tutorials, I show you how to apply those false lashes. Super easy, but I'll kind of like quick go through again how I do it. Sometimes I'll even apply the glue to the lashes before I apply mascara and let them dry. Because the only way it's going to work is if you let that glue get really tacky before you try to put it on. Or else they just slide around everywhere, and nobody wants to deal with that. I use this waterproof glue, and I'm reusing my Eyelure Double Up Lashes that I absolutely love. They are so thick and beautiful, but they are still natural looking. Just love them. So I'll apply glue to both of them at the same time, just so this can go a little bit quicker. And it's okay to let them dry. Thin line of glue. Super thin. Always trying to be careful not to put too much, and I always go through and take a little off with my finger. You can just pat the glue and roll it up in your fingers. It goes right away. It's not like a big mess or anything. Apply. I start from the center of my eye usually, and then press the outer corner in, and then the inner corner. There is your finished look. I hope that was helpful for everybody, and just like I am always thinking, if you guys have any looks that you would like to see, I would love to film anything that you guys want to see, so just let me know, and have a great day.